Your information station, WTIM, on AM, FM, and online.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome into the WTIM, your information station. It's time now for the WTIM Morning Show. I'm your host, Tim Zalabak. Joining me today in my studio is Steve Craggs, co-chair of Small Town Taylorville. Let's thank our sponsors before we get all into this. The sponsors that make it all possible: People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. Mr. Craggs, how are you today?
Fantastic, Tim. Thank you very much for having me today.
Without a doubt. It's always a pleasure talking to you, learning about the past events that have happened out in Small Town Taylorville, our great town of Small Town Taylorville, and of course the upcoming events. We got to know about all of them. So let's get into it. We're expecting something pretty big this upcoming weekend. There's something that the community cannot miss. Tell me about this.
Well, Veterans Day.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a main event here in Taylorville, which it should be, because we thank and we honor all of our veterans who've defended our country and fought for our freedom. And this weekend on Saturday at 1 o'clock out at the spillway at the dam and at Lake Taylorville is the Lake Taylorville Veterans Memorial. And we're having a ceremony at 1 o'clock to honor the veterans, in particular, Jeff and Phyllis Wilson. They are amazing people that head up the Salvage Dogs, which is an organization of vets. They collect any metal material, and they've all of the funds that they raise from that, they donate to the veterans and to the veterans cause. And in particular, they've donated to the Veterans Memorial, of course, and we're honoring Jeff and Phyllis this weekend with the Salvage Dogs, with a bench and a ceremony. So it should be a wonderful ceremony. It's 1 o'clock out at the Lake Taylorville Spillway at the Veterans Memorial there. If you want a chair, get there early. We will have chairs, I think up to 50 chairs. And then, of course, there'll be several speakers, and we'll have the color guard there and, some music. It'll be a very, very nice event. And it's usually attended by hundreds of people. Fortunately, we really appreciate that. And we will have it live on Small Town Taylorville and on the Veterans Memorial Channel too. That'll be a live event, so you can look for that. If you can't make it, please check out Small Town Taylorville. It'll be live there.
You guys really don't miss anything with these events, especially for Veterans Day. It's fully comprehensive, everything you would really want, with guest speakers, the color guard, and where it's at, the beautiful setting of it all. It's going to be really amazing. I loved hearing about Jeff and Phyllis right there. I've never heard about their great business plan. Are they going to be speaking at all?
We will be reading a bio of them, if you will. So we will give you a pretty comprehensive background. Jeff's military involvement, the Salvage Dogs themselves, the members, that type of thing. So you'll learn a lot more about them. But it's an amazing organization, and they've been around for quite some time. And they've just, it is a mission. They are go out and they pick up all of the metal that they possibly can that folks will donate. And then all of those proceeds from the sales of that metal go to the veterans in some way, shape, or form. So just a wonderful group of people that are involved with that. And that's just another wonderful element of Small Town Taylorville, if you will. That's what makes us a town and a community.
Without a doubt. And they're going to be awarded with a beautiful bench, I'm sure. So I'm sure they are excited about that. That is this Saturday at 1 p.m.
This Saturday, 1 p.m.
At the Spillway.
At the Spillway.
Beautiful. Yep. All right. Veterans Memorial Ceremony. It's going to be very amazing. Now, don't miss that this Saturday. I want to talk about some great events that have passed here in Taylorville regarding Small Town Taylorville, because we just had a pretty big holiday shopping event, maybe a little pre-look at some great holiday deals.
We did. And, it was a holiday shopping kickoff event this last Friday and Saturday. And even some merchants were open on Sunday. What a fantastic group of merchants that we had. Over 30 plus merchants that were out there, Tim, with their stores open, seasonal specials going. And this was promoted through the Small Town Taylorville Facebook channel. And that particular channel has got now, I'm just looking at it on my screen, over 12,000 followers, Tim. That's a big number.
That's a big number.
Yes, it is. And that is all over the region. I mean, we reach out over 100 miles with this particular channel. And that is driving folks into Taylorville, because now they see that Taylorville is a destination spot for them to come. And this type of an event is what creates that, because it's the holiday shopping season, right? Yes. I mean, we're all starting to get the notion of, hey, I got to get my Christmas gifts thought out, a little bit So, and some folks are really ahead of the game getting going on that. So folks were coming in from Springfield, Decatur, Mattoon, Charleston. I even had one of the stores tell me they had people from foreign countries in this weekend. I mean, just absolutely incredible. And the stores were overwhelmed and packed. I drove by on Saturday morning. I drove by the Wooden Flower out there on Spresser Street, and you could not get a parking space.
God,
it was packed.
it's amazing.
And so you go by Deer Yesteryear, absolutely packed. People are fighting for spaces, if you will. Our downtown, we did not have a farmer's market this weekend. We're past that season, but the downtown was packed on a Saturday morning. So we're really getting this shopping is a major key element to promoting our town, and we're becoming this destination spot for the shoppers. And of course, the restaurants benefit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
because after they shop, they got to eat, right? So stores were reporting high sales levels, and the restaurants were reporting that they've had stronger sales levels for their food.
Yeah, those correlate perfectly together, right? I mean,
absolutely do.
And I feel like your vision right now is kind of being fulfilled. We're making our way to it. You hear people traveling to Springfield, traveling to Decatur from here to do their shopping. Now we're seeing the opposite. People from Springfield and surrounding areas are coming to Taylorville. What does that mean to you? That's awesome.
Well, it's a stair-stepping process that we have all worked on as a community. And now that we have established ourselves as a shopping, dining type community, the success continues to roll and it continues to increase. And with that, we've got, changes in our downtown happening. Cindy Frasina and the Heartland Development Group is continuing to move forward with their fantastic plans of the rooftop restaurant with Jack's on Main and the corner building, the former Doyle Law Office. That thing looks beautiful. The paint on the exterior is fantastic. And I know the interior is making along well too. We're excited to see what'll happen with, who's going to occupy that building. That's going to be fun to see. And so plans are continuing to go. And, we just had a new store pop.
Tell us about it.
At Dandelion.
Awesome.
I think you were in there, weren't you?
I was in there. Yeah, I got to interview Jessica Euler. It's going to be, the shop right now already looks amazing. There's going to be a sandwich shop in the back and all, homemade and earth-friendly products of everything you could imagine.
It is. And the logo with the lion, that'll be coming to the exterior, and signage will be going up soon. But if you saw anything on her Facebook page, she had lines at the checkout counter. It's fantastic, and that's what our town needs, is that type of a store. We're very proud of Jessica and the development that she's made. And I think as this thing continues on, you'll see more and more developments. There's been a couple other buildings purchased downtown that'll be on the move coming up soon, I think, from what I understand. And you're just seeing this progression of our downtown it's an evolution, and so we're looking forward to that as it continues. I was just in the business development committee meeting on Wednesday, and we were discussing the downtown streetscape program. Now that's supposed to be starting construction in 2024.
Wow.
So that's a total renovation of our downtown, the sidewalks, the streets, the lighting. So you're going to see some really positive changes down there as far as the physical look of the streetscape, right? So I think, as we continue to evolve, you will see this resurrection revival, I guess, if you would call it, of our wonderful, amazing downtown.
Yeah, I would call it that. That's not an exaggeration at all. It's exactly what it's become. I love the Dandelion because that is a local business with down to earth sustainability. It was just off the square, and that's an expansion right there. That's a person that found success here, and there's just going to be more to come like that. It'll probably be new businesses in the future, but it was really cool to see a local person do that. We were kind of moving back a little bit here, but those 30 plus businesses involved in that sales day, maybe it sounds like most were involved, but if they wanted to get involved, how easy is that to be involved with Small Town Taylorville and have their name up on your website?
Absolutely. You can contact us through our Facebook page, send us a message. We have Liz Conaway manages the page for us, and she's all over taking care of folks when they message us. So that's probably the easiest way, is just to message Liz through our Small Town Taylorville page.
Sure.
Yeah.
It sounds like that's the move to do if you want to get people into your store during these big sales events. It brings people into town.
They do. I mean, we spend money on advertising this through the Small Town Taylorville channel, and that's public money. That's city money, right? That's come through the business development district, and the city funds that for us. So we really judiciously use those funds appropriately to drive business into Taylorville, because that's what it's all about.
It really is. We're seeing the evolution right now. Steve, we're going to take our short little break right now, but it's been a great conversation so far. That first half, we talked about the Veterans Memorial Ceremony coming to the Spillway on Saturday at 1 p.m. It's going to be a great event there. And we talked about some of the past events for small town Taylorville. When we come back, we're going to talk about the great holiday events, because there's plenty of them to talk about. My name is Tim Zalabak. You are listening to the WTIM Morning Show. Don't go anywhere.
Your information station, WTIM.
This is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. Are you looking for a great CD rate? If you are, TCCU has a new CD special that is just what you are looking for. We are currently offering a 7-month share certificate with an annual percentage yield of 5.05% and a minimum deposit of $1,000. This great rate is for a limited time. For more information, please contact us at any of our convenient locations or online at tccu.org. Dividends will be compounded monthly. A penalty for early withdrawal may be imposed. Fees could reduce earnings on the account. Member NCUA.
The Christian County Economic Development Corporation is a not-for-profit organization whose mission is to promote the creation and retention of jobs and to increase the economic tax base through the development, establishment, and expansion of commerce and industry in the Christian County area. I'm Matt Hart, CCEDC's new Executive Director. I'm here to work with existing county employers as well as develop relationships towards creating new jobs in our county. Feel free to reach out to me, Matt Hart, by clicking our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Hi, this is Jared White, host of Central Illinois Outdoors, inviting you to find us on the internet. We are up and running at centralillinoisoutdoors.com. You can jump on there to find our Catch of the Week segment. Also, our archive shows. After they air on the weekend, you can find them every Monday at centralillinoisoutdoors.com. So listen when you can. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search Central Illinois Outdoors. Central Illinois Outdoors on Facebook or at centralillinoisoutdoors.com. We'll see you there.
Rolling Meadows Senior Living in Taylorville invite you to make their home your home. Become part of the Rolling Meadows family. Applications for residency are now being accepted. Rolling Meadows offers seniors 62 and older a smoke-free facility with round-the-clock maintenance, controlled access, large kitchens with full-size appliances, on-site laundry facilities, complimentary Wi-Fi in common areas, and more. Call 217-287-2450 to schedule an appointment. Rolling Meadows is sponsored by Lutheran Social Services of Illinois and funded through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and Federal Home Bank of Chicago. Rolling Meadows is an equal housing opportunity provider.
When it comes to protecting your field from disease and environmental stress, there's Revitec fungicide. And there's everything else. When it comes to unparalleled power, there's Revitec. And everything else. And when it comes to speed and stamina, this is Revitec. And this is everything else. Nothing else comes close to Revitec fungicide from BASF. Always read and follow label directions.
Hi, this is Carrie Ostwick, financial advisor with Edward Jones, located at 601 North Webster Street in Taylorville. To find out all the services we provide, click our icon on the obituaries page of TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
I'm Kim Bourne, CEO of Taylorville Memorial Hospital, and we're hiring experienced nurses to join our great team. Learn more by clicking on our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host, and we are joined by Steve Craggs, co-chair of Small Town Taylorville. It's been a great conversation today. Before we move on with our next segment here, let's thank our sponsors that make it all possible. People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. We were going to move on to some holiday events and stuff like that, but we forgot about something that we cannot pass up on. That was the car cruise and trunk or treat combination. I couldn't get out there myself, but Steve, you can't talk more highly of this day. Tell me about it.
It was a truly amazing end of the season car cruise event for downtown Taylorville. And these eclectic old antique vintage vehicles and some newer, they came into the square in droves. We probably had 175 plus cars It was truly amazing. The interior of the square was completely packed. The exterior of the square was 50% covered with old vehicles. And these folks got in the mood and in the spirit of the season, which is, again, just a wonderful community event because it's all about the kids at that point, right?
Of course.
So the trunk or treat, the trunks opened up. They had them decorated. I mean, you saw the skeletons, you saw the cobwebs, you saw the witches. You saw the funny decorations. There was a lot of Ghostbuster folks down there this weekend.
Made the
Yeah,
appearance.
yeah. Even the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man made a big
The
show.
rumors were true.
Yes, he was there. So, what a fantastic event! And then the public comes out. The kids come out with the families. This is the real jewel of the whole event. And the square was packed all the way around the interior of the square. It was one solid line for over an hour, just moving from car to car to car with these kids and their families and in their fun outfits. Oh my goodness. It was just truly amazing.
It's much more of an efficient way for those kiddos to collect their candy car to car, but also what an amazing scene it must have been out there. And it's different going from house to house in a neighborhood. You might pass the house that's not decorated, and then you're out of the Halloween spirit. There's Halloween everywhere.
Well, and then I don't know who had more fun, the adults or the kids, because the adults were dressed up.
Right.
You know, even the car show folks were dressed up,
That's
and
awesome.
they were loving seeing these little kids coming by and getting the candy, and they're both in costume, which is rare that you see that, right?
Right.
Entire families down there. You know, we had the Mario family down there that was wonderful. So what a great event, what a great end of the season with our car cruise. We'll be coming back again in April with that through October next year. So please remember us downtown, first Friday of every month.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was my next question. Will you be doing the trunk or treat and the car cruise next year again?
The entire season,
Great.
April through October.
Great.
Tim.
So car cruises will remain, and of course that trunk or treat, that sounded so fun. And now we can move on to our holiday events here, because Christmas, I can't even believe I'm saying this, but it is around the corner, and we got events to cover here. What do we got?
Well, you know, coming up on the 1st of December is a shopping event weekend for Taylorville again, another one of our promotional shopping event weekends for our city. So you'll look to see Friday, December 1st through the 2nd for that entire shopping weekend. And beyond just our wonderful, 30 plus merchants that'll really be putting out the red carpet for everybody, we do have a special Christmas market this weekend, or that weekend. That's December 1st to the 3rd. It's downtown Taylorville. It's just north of Florenda's. Florenda has this wonderful space. If anybody has a chance, go down there and take a look at it. That's for rent down there. And it's just a venue space, if you will, if you have a special event. So that's over 2,000 square feet, and there'll be over 15 different unique vendors in there in little pop-up stores.
Oh.
And so, of course, Jessica Euler's store is right next to it, the Dandelion. So all of the stores will be open. The special Christmas market will be there. On that Saturday, the Charles Dickens Singers will be out. That's right.
That's so awesome.
It really is, because now you're really getting a throwback to the old vintage Christmas series, because the folks will be dressed up in costume of the time period, and you're going to see a wonderful group down there in the afternoon singing. I hear rumor that Santa's elves will be diddling around too. Yeah, there's a group of Santa's elves that I understand will be going store to store and really helping create the season. The music will be changed to the Christmas music downtown, right? That's all happening. You have the Christmas parade. Is at 5 o'clock on December 2nd. It's the Twilight Christmas Parade. You're going to want to get there early and get lined up. It starts down at Taylorville Credit Union on West Main Cross, and it comes up and around the square. So it's a shorter parade, but it's a twilight parade. And of course, the FFA will be the grand marshals this year. You know, we have a very special FFA crew here in Taylorville, and the chapter is the national award winner. I mean, That's unbelievable, Tim.
It's unbelievable. I went to their cafeteria celebration there. I can't be more proud of those folks over with the FFA. What a great group of people to be leading that parade.
And that's our grounded agricultural community that we live in.
Unbelievable.
This is truly small town Taylorville. So they're going to be our grand marshals.
Right.
And of course, end of the parade, Santa Claus.
Oh my goodness, of course.
Yeah, he'll be on truck number 1.
That's so
You
awesome.
know, for the fire truck number 1, and Santa's elves will be there bringing him in. He'll be at his house right after the parade, so the kids can actually come for an hour after the parade and enjoy sitting on Santa's lap and telling Santa what they would like to have for Christmas. And the elves will be dancing around. It'll be fantastic. And don't forget the Festival of Trees.
Of course.
Yep,
Oh my
Chamber
goodness,
of
so many.
Commerce putting on their wonderful Festival of Trees.
Yes, they are.
It's going to be on West Main Cross, which will be right on the parade route.
Amazing.
So
And
you'll be
Steve,
able to see that too.
We're already out of time.
Oh my
But
goodness.
I'm so sorry. I look at the clock. We're already out of time. But we're going to get all this information out to all of you. You can also find it at smalltowntaylorville.com. This is Steve Craggs, co-chair of Small Town Taylorville. You are listening to the WTIM, your information station.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9 W300 EH Payne and Nokomis.
TikTok. She made fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
Leave my